Well, a very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the flight deck today. We're on the Fly Globespan 737-600 by Pmdg. Currently on the ground. We're at Mike Romeo Delta Charlie 1 Santa Maria San Jose Airport, runway 25, and we are heading south down to Enrique Maleki International. Going to be a lovely flight today. It's real world weather. It's not real time. I've just took it to around about 9:30 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, because the lighting was quite nice. Beautiful scenery around. Not a very long flight at all today. Please come along for the ride. Thank you so much indeed for joining me. Tim's a pilot. Twitch.tv, live from the UK, and it is of course Jetstream TV on YouTube. So everything is plumbed in. The FMC is programmed. Quick look at that. So we're on a Nanjo departure today out of Juan Santa Maria San Jose, and a Nanjay for Charlie, going off to runway 25 today for the departure. And there is everything into the flight plan. There is our legs done. Not very many waypoints at all today. It's around about 140 nautical miles, 150 nautical mile flight today, so we'll be up and down within about 30-40 minutes, I would presume. All the checks have been done. Flaps are ready for departure. Aircraft is configured. Without further ado, let's go flying, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. 3, 2, 1. Power's coming up. %. Parking brake released. And off we go. Thrust to full.
knots.
80 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Very positive rate. Gears coming up. As we depart Juan Santa Maria San Jose now. Let's get that autopilot in. Autopilot's going in. Autopilot command A. LNAV. Sorry, not VNAV. We want LNAV. Where is LNAV? There is LNAV. And there is our turn. 2,700 feet per minute on the climb. That's good. We're going to 14,000 initially. We just need to check the FMC for the cruise. Init ref. Sorry. Go with 310 today, guys. 310. Hit that. Execute. Okay, all good. As we climb out from San Jose. Then flaps in. Okay, and I don't know what's the autopilot doing there. We're heading direct Nanjo. It's a bit random, isn't it? 4 nautical miles. We are tracking a waypoint of some sort, but it's not showing it on the PFD. Not to worry, and on reaching in 3 nautical miles, we will be making a right turn to Nanjo, which is the departure out of Juan Santa Maria, San Jose, Nanjay 4 Charlie. So things are looking good on the climb out. 14,000 feet, we're above 10 now, so we'll go up to the cruise, 310. Increase that again. There we go, 31,000 feet selected, set and running. Just increase the ND range there. There we go, and again. Lovely. And a right turn imminent. The scenery around here is absolutely remarkable, beautiful, absolutely amazing. That makes for some lovely screenshot there, doesn't it? We'll just hit a couple of screenshots for the YouTube content, guys. Leveling off now. Look at the light on them clouds, beautiful. Very nice indeed, incredible scenery around here. Well, that is something else, isn't it? Look at that cloud on the left hand side there above the mountains. Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. That's the screenshot, guys. Beautiful, look at that, incredible. See what the left hand side showing us, equally as lovely. So the route on the FMC isn't exactly the same as in Flight Simulator's flight plan. As you can see, we're heading direct Nanjo now, and then we're making a northeasterly track up to Oscar Charlie 153. I think this time we're actually going direct Color on the eastern coast. In fact, we are. We're not going to Oscar Charlie 153. We're going direct Color on the FMC. That's all good. Wow, look at that. So around about 200 nautical miles all together for this flight, heading out to Color and then tracking south. Passing Limon International, Porto Limon. And then down to Gavo, Nansei, Osego, and a number of waypoints down to our arrival airports. It's an RNAV 22 arrival into Enrique Maleki International, Mike Papa Delta Alpha. Relatively quick flight today, but as you can see, incredible views around the aircraft. Something, isn't it? Wow. Wow. Wow, look at the terrain below us. Beautiful. detail on that. That's sick. It really is. That's lovely. Just what a nice screenshot with some beautiful scenery beneath us now. So once we come over that chalk type terrain on the edge of that mountain, we'll get a screen grab of that, and then we'll concentrate on the flying. Look at that, isn't that just wrong? Beautiful. This sim has simply got it all, it really has. Wait for that to come into shot. We'll hit screen grab and we'll carry on with the flight. One screenshot there, zoom out a bit. Another screenshot there, that's beautiful. Love that. Okay, all done on the exterior. Let's focus on the flying. Let's go back into the cockpit now. 43 nautical miles inbound, collar on the east coast, 26,000 feet, climbing 310. Coming up at 2,700 feet per minute now. And we've got a slight crosswind from right to left coming onto the nose of the aircraft at 22 knots. A ground speed of 286 miles per hour. Let's just increase our speed. Take that up to 310 knots. The engines kick in now. Vertical speed. Just keep going up. A few thousand feet per minute is fine to get into the cruise. That's all good. Stepping away from the cockpit for 2 minutes, guys. I'm going to leave you with views off the right hand side of the aircraft that the passengers would see looking out over the wing and the engine. I'll be back in the cockpit momentarily. Thank you so much for your company. Back on the flight deck, guys and girls. Hope you've enjoyed the view. That is our view off the nose of the aircraft now. We should be at flight level 310. Yeah, we're just coming up to our cruise altitude now. Racing along, the speed slowly picking up now that we've leveled. Now that we're about to level off. 210 knots. That will increase to 310. Yeah, direct collar, 25 nautical miles inbound. Then we've got Mike Romeo Lima Mike out on the east coast. Check the map now. Just need to manage our descent down into Enrique Maleki International. So yeah, heading direct collar on the coast there now. Let's zoom out. That's 200 nautical miles, roughly 200 nautical miles away. That's fine. In fact, I think we'll begin our descent rather. Just before Gavre, I would say. Yeah. So when we're out over here near the BDT waypoint, we'll start our descent. What we will do is check the elevation at Enrique Maleki International just to see the height above sea level, so we know that we're doing everything right for the arrival. Lots of mountainous terrain here on the way in that we're going to be passing over. Luckily skirting the high ground and the mountains on the way in, but we'll just keep our eye on that on the way down. Enrique Maleki International, David Enrique Maleki International actually, and we're at 54 feet above sea level, so we're at bang on sea level. As you can see here, all of the estuaries and rivers that lead to the airport, so yeah, definitely at sea level, so that's all good, nice and simple. Heading out to the ocean now. I think we're looking at the Bay of Mexico there, guys. I'm making a right turn very shortly at Color. Yeah, and there is the eastern coast all the way down on the left hand side of your image. Right hand turn imminent, there we go, there's our right hand turn now at Color, heading direct Mike, Romeo, Lima Mike. Just stepping away from the cockpit again, guys and girls. I'll just leave you with the wonderful imagery here as we are flying over the east coast and then tracking southward. Not much to see there besides the ocean. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, just speaking to the cabin crew there. I'm back on the cockpit, in the cockpit now, and we're still in the cruise at 310, heading direct to Mike Romeo Lima Mike. Just prior to Gather, we're going to begin our descent, probably at 310, and a nice leisurely pace heading south. I hope you're enjoying the flight with us. Back on the flight deck again guys, 25 minutes into the stream. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here once again live from the UK. It's Tim's a Pilot, twitch.tv and it's Jetstream TV on YouTube. Wonderful views here, absolutely wonderful. I'm going to put the aircraft into a gentle descent, I think, now once we reach Mike Romeo Lima Mike, I think it is. Four nautical miles inbound, then we've got 70 to run till Gather, and in total just over 100 nautical miles down to Enrique Maleki International. We're on the RNAV arrival for runway 22. So yeah, we'll get the descent point in now. Bring that down to 10,000. See how we go from there. That's fine. 10,000 feet. Put the VS mode in, and we'll bring that down. 2,000 feet per minute. That should do us nicely. Nice gradual descent. Make sure the aircraft is coming down. It certainly is. That's all good. Now we do have to be aware of the high ground on the way in here, although the track does take us away from any mountainous areas. So visually we're good on the approach, so we can stay away from the high ground if necessary, and request vectors from ATC if required. Let's get rid of that master caution. Not required, thank you. It's coming up to the half an hour point now on the stream. Wonderful views off the nose there. Should we just have a little look round off the nose of the aircraft? There is the nose of the aircraft, guys, and down below us. Incredible views. Look at the weather. It's something else. We'll have a screenshot. Why not? Take some nice photos on the way. Wonderful views of the scenery below us as we descend down from 31,000 feet now to 10,000. You see the mountains dead ahead, just off to our right hand side there. There's the mountainous terrain off to our right hand side. We'll be coming in right along this route here now and then turning right. The meandering rivers there in the valleys below. Very, very nice indeed to look at. Wonderful scenery. Keep our eye on that high ground now as we descend. Looking clear there, we're still tracking along the valley, so that's all good. Okay, passing 22,000 feet now in the descent. We're at 313 on the knots. 21,000 feet now. Heading direct Gava at 31 nautical miles, tracking 147 with a 28 knots crosswind from left to right on the nose. The ground speed of 423 miles per hour. Everything's looking good at the moment on the descent. And then from Nantes we're direct into our runway 22 down at Enrique Maleki International. So all should be good for the arrival. We'll continue our descent now, I think, down to take that a little bit lower than 10,000 now. It's going to be around about 2,000 feet on the arrival as we're at sea level, so we will take it down to 2,500 initially. We're still descending 2,000 feet per minute. We'll just see how that managed descent goes on the way in now. 19,000 feet, really not that far away at all from our destination. Okay, so we're 20 nautical miles inbound to our next waypoint where we make our right turn, and then we're heading and tracking direct into the airport then, as you can see on the PFD. So yeah, we should be configured nicely for landing there. Let's just see where the arc brings us in at. We need to just check with the green arc on the PFD for when we get down to 2,500 feet, so it's actually bang on the airport. We'll just bring it down a little bit more, just that bit faster. 2,500 feet per minute. That should bring the green arc down on the PFD there, and you can see it moving now nicely. So there is our arrival. Mike Papa Delta Alpha Enrique Maleki International at the RNAV for 22. And where the green arc is here now on the PFD, as you can see, is where we will be reaching our assigned altitude that's been programmed in for the descent at 2,500 feet. So that's absolutely perfect. On reaching 2,500, we'll disconnect the autopilot and we'll do a manual approach into runway 22 at the airport. Not long to go at all, guys, and currently at 16,000 feet in the descent, coming down quite rapidly. We'll slow the aircraft very soon as we're passing through 10,000. So back to the cockpit view now. Yeah, there we are, keeping an eye on the high ground off to our right hand side. Really do need to keep an eye on the altitudes here and the terrain that there is around us. No speed restrictions below 10,000 today, so we'll keep it around about 300 knots. That should get us in a little bit faster, and we'll slow the aircraft after we've made the right turn heading down towards the airport. For a rather lovely shot, doesn't it, as well, with the mountain in the background. Lovely. It's a nice shot as well, isn't it? Take one of them too. Oh, on a right turn, is that? Oh, it is. That's lovely. Look at that. Just screen grab that. That's looking rather nice. Interesting angle. Yeah, there we are. Subtly turning right now. Lots of high ground here, guys. We have to be very careful. Wow, this could be an issue. Bear with me. Look at this. Look at where the turn is. Have to keep our eye on that high ground here now. Definitely. Bear with me. Yeah, oh wow, hang on, let's decrease our rate of descent here. Just decrease our rate of descent there. Now we should clear them mountain tops. It's 4,000 feet, 10,000 feet now. Let's just, there could be an issue here, guys. Just keep an eye on this. I may have to disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft. Just bring that down. We're on a very, very gradual descent here, like 100 feet per minute. Just keep an eye on this on the way in. Oh, terrain very close. Very, very close indeed. Nice screenshots here with the mountains and the clouds on the way in. Wonderful screenshot again, guys. Right, let's continue with the descent. That's the high ground cleared. Master caution, we can get rid of that. Let's increase the rate of descent down. Let's get that down to 3 1,000 feet per minute now. Let's slow the aircraft. 180 knots. We really are not far away from the airport at all now. 160 knots. Get them speed brakes in. No, we won't. Let's get the landing gear up. That's fine. Let's make sure we know where the airport is, guys. Bear with me. Let's increase that ND range. Yeah, I'm ahead, tracking direct down to the airport now. I think there'll be a slight right turn on arrival. Yes, there will. I'm just going to break off now. I'm going to hand fly the aircraft. Get some flaps in. Speed brakes out. Let's get the flaps in. Get the gear down. Keep an eye out for that airport, guys. Just checking the PFD there. Right, autopilot's coming out. Auto throttle disconnected. And we're just going to hand fly and veer the aircraft off to the left now, as you can see on the PFD. Around about 20 nautical miles out. Keep our eye on the terrain around. Flaps are full. Well, they should be anyway. Yeah, there we go. All configured for landing now. Gear is down. Yeah, that's all good. Whoa, easy. I don't know what happened there. Okay, guys. Slowing the aircraft.
Caution, terrain.
Yeah, that's fine. We've got the terrain. Don't worry about that. We need to just double check where the airfield is. Yeah, we need to be making a right turn shortly. Speed brakes in. Right hand turn coming up. Just increase that ND range again to give us a real good understanding of how far away we are from the airfield. That's fine. So we need to be making a right hand turn very, very shortly. Probably over that body of water. There is the airfield. Off to our right hand side, so we'll be making a turn very soon. That's okay. That's fine. Rid of those air brakes now. Aircraft is sufficiently slowed down enough. I'm going to be making a right turn very gradually now. Let's just get configured and lined up for the airfield. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Cabin crew, seats for landing, thank you. Trying to get visuals on the airfield now with a subtle right hand turn. Just over 10 nautical miles away now for the airfield. Let's get rid of that master caution, not required. We're at 3,000 feet, we'll just dip the nose ever so slightly. Checking off for the airfield, still no visual on the airfield. Okay, so the airfield is off to our right hand side, so we'll make a gradual right hand turn there. Looking for the runway.
2500.
2500 checked. Airfield fuel warning, we're okay as we're on approach. There we go, lining up for the runway now. The airfield should be directly ahead. Can we see the runway? Still no visual on the airfield. Checking it on the PFD. Bring the ND range in again slightly now so we can monitor that. Yeah, we need to be coming to the left ever so slightly. That's fine, about 7 nautical miles outbound now. Where is the airfield, guys? This is not an easy airstrip to find, is it? Down at Enrique Maleki International. Where is it? That's the question. Now we're just slightly to the left of the airfield. Still don't have a visual. Is that the airfield directly ahead? I think we have it now. Just about a little bit to the right, then we'll come back left. I think that is the airport directly ahead. Just zoom in a little bit there so we can get visual on that. Yeah, there is the runway, guys. It's okay, we're all good. Bring it to the right a little bit now. Manually hand the flying the aircraft here now, guys and girls. Fully configured for landing. Let's check our speed. 140 knots, bang on the money. Get rid of the master caution. We know there's no fuel left, but we're going to be on the ground momentarily. Bringing us in on finals. Lovely approach this. Very difficult runway to see this with all of the surrounding terrain. But all good. What a lovely flight. I need to fly in this part of the world more often. The scenery is absolutely incredible. 1,000 feet checked. Tiny little runway next to the main runway that we are landing on today. We're on 2-2. Really thin airstrip to the right hand side. First time I've ever landed into this airport.
500.
500 checked.
400.
400 feet. Decision is to land, continue.
300. 200. 100. 50.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
And nicely on the ground here at Enrique Maleki International Airport. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here at Jetstream TV for the flight today. Should we vacate to the left here? Are we going too fast? Yeah, we are. That's fine. Don't worry. Brakes are in. Get rid of them flaps, they're not required now. On the ground safely here. And if we can, try and turn around somewhere. 48 minutes into the stream now, guys. We've landed safely. Thanks so much indeed for coming along for the ride. Thinking we're going to have to go down this little runway to the right hand side of us here. Let's just, yeah, go onto this runway. cut across back to the terminal. Yeah, we've got a little intersection there. We can just swing right down the runway. There's no traffic on finals or anything like that. Nothing is on the runway. We'll just do a little zigzag here. And then vacate when we can. Which will be our first right. Looking for the guy with his little paddles. Look at him there, waving his sticks around. Is that for us? Is that for us? I think it could be, unless there's another guy there. This could be for us. I think it is. And on the ground, guys and girls, here at Enrique Maleki International Airport. Right, let's get the passengers disembarked. Thank you once again for joining us here at Jetstream TV. 51 minutes for the stream today with twitch.tv Tim's a Pilot, as we're on the ground, and Jetstream TV on YouTube. Don't forget to tune in, subscribe if you haven't done already. It doesn't cost you anything, it really helps, and love to read your comments, and also give us a big fat thumbs up and a like. Much appreciated. We'll see you on the next one. From myself, Tim's a Pilot, signing out. We'll see you very soon. Look after yourselves.